All right, so today we're going to be doing collection with soft hands, which is actually really simple and it makes it a lot easier than using a bunch of gear that you need to help your horse. And you can use that, but I'm going to teach you how to do it with just your leg and maybe a little bit of pressure in your rein to ask your horse to collect. My horse is not taught anything about kind of not getting behind the bit or anything, so if it doesn't look as nice as you'd want it to look, you can go through and kind of fix up, but I'm just going to show you how to get to the point and then you can adjust from there. So when I'm asking, obviously your horse needs to know how to give it the pull, so like if I'm asking him to back up and I'm using my leg and he puts his head down nicely. You can do this while walking, but it's a little bit harder to do at a walk, so I'm gonna do this at a trot. When we first got him, this took like 10 minutes, if not less, to do, because all he had to understand was that my leg meant putting his head down. So he's gonna do it really nicely, and obviously it's not gonna be as soft when you first start, but I'm gonna ask him to trot. And then all I'm going to do is, I'm not going to ask him for anything, so you can kind of see what's happening. But I put my leg on him, and then I put pressure on my rein, and and you might have to give a little more pressure when you first start, I did with him. But you give pressure with your leg, and then you give pressure with your rein, and as soon as he gives it, you let go. And I did that a few times. I made him hold it. And then at some point, once he understood that my leg meant pressure, I kind of switched it so that my left leg and my left rein were a little bit stronger, so I had more pressure with that side. So he softens, and so now I don't have to use my outside leg to ask for flexion. I just use my inside leg and inside hand, if not just steady pressure. If you get really good at it and you get really good at them just doing it to your leg, you should be able to kind of get them to do it without any pressure to the rein. And obviously, it's going to be a little bit harder, especially if your horse doesn't know how to collect. Obviously, he does it really nicely now, but just keep squeezing, and then as soon as you start squeezing, you start putting pressure with the rein, so it becomes an equal thing, so they know that they coordinate. Because if you're just squeezing and then adding pressure, they're gonna be like, what are you doing up there? So make sure to squeeze and hand at the same time. And you squeeze a little bit, no need for seesawing or any sort of hard upping pressure or anything. Just soft pressure, and whatever will get your horse to put their head down, as soon as they give that release, you let go. And when you let go with the hand, you let go with your legs, because then they can put those two things together, that the leg means give their head. So it's kind of like this. So, I don't know if here, yeah, get in front of me. So, legs are out, okay, no pressure, and then given at the same time. And so he gives his head, and then as soon as I let go with my hands. So just slight, and then release. And you do that a few times, and you can ask them to hold it for longer and longer. And then for the inside leg, all you have to do is you do the same thing, but you lessen the pressure with your outside. And that's the only difference. But that's basically the sum up of soft hands and collection.